Okay, today's August 1st. Got 2 months till opening day. And I'm headed in. Got the saw. I got the harness and gonna check all my tree stands today if I can. Maybe move some sets, don't know yet. Just have to check and see what I'm thinking when I get there. So, gonna trim some shooting lanes. Maybe set up some trail cameras. And it's gonna be a good day. It's really nice outside, like 75 degrees, so perfect day to be getting this stuff done. Get after it, folks. So I just got my tree stand straps loosened up and retightened. Stand loosened up, and I got some shooting lanes trimmed up from last year. Okay, so what I got here is I got a mock scrape, which was actually an active scrape last year. I made it last year and then they started using it. So what I did was I just found a limb that was overhanging these woods and I added to it. Took a oak limb and I took another limb and I just zip tied it to it. And then I got this blue rope on here. That's thanks to Clint McCoy. He's the scrape master guy. Got a little spring back effect, which is what you want. And then if you come down here, there's a fallen over tree, and I trimmed all the limbs except for this one right here. So it'll have a little bit of a scrape probably right there. So there's a scrape there. And then probably 15 to 20 yards, there's another scrape, which is right here. And then probably, I'm gonna guess 50 to 60 yards is where I got my tree stand. Let's see here. Actually, it's probably more like, yeah, probably 60 yards would be accurate. So right here is my stand up there. And what I'm hunting is this bean field. It's probably about 10 acres. And what it does is from the road, which is back here, there's a 30-acre bean field. Then there's a tree line, which my stand's in, and then you got the 10-acre bean field. And I got 2 scrapes set up, so if they hit that one and then hit another one, they'll funnel right down here, hopefully where I'm standing for a 15-yard shot. Here we go. And the best part about this stand is there's a ditch which holds water in the fall. Hopefully I don't fall here. Okay. And then you come up from it. And right there are the beans. So come from the truck, walk to the edge of the beans, come right down through here. I just trimmed the lane. Go down through there, cross the ditch, and boom, there's the stand right there. So, for everybody that wants to kill a deer or a mature buck this fall, these are the things you got to do. You got to be out here in August or whenever you choose to maintenance your stands. But I'm heading back to the car here. Got one stand down for the day. Hope to get at least 2 more done. So stay tuned. Just got my, well, one of my favorite stands limbed up here for shooting lanes. So what I did was I cleared out all these limbs through here. Actually came in here 2 or 3 years ago and really cut some limbs down because there was a couple different bucks. They would come in right here on the edge, about 5 yards from the edge, and I couldn't get a shot. So came in here, did some major limbing up, and now as you can see, just wide open here. And you might think, well, they'll see you, but I'm 20 feet up and they're down there usually looking out into this field, so they don't usually see me. I don't think I've ever had any deer spot me, which now I probably will since I said it, but if you haven't noticed, this is actually the stand I killed my buck last year in. What happened was he came from back here. I heard him grunting. He cut down through. I got my bow and got ready, and he came funneling right down through here. And I shot him about, I don't know, 15 yards or so. But that's all I got to say about that. And one thing I do want to say is when you guys are out here hanging tree stands, get you a safety harness, because you know, one slip and you're going to be hitting the ground. I got a friend of mine that the cables broke on his tree stand and he didn't have a harness on. He fell to the ground. Luckily he didn't get hurt, but get you a safety harness, $100. Not that big of a deal. But I'm going to get down here and I'm going to make a mock scrape or two down the tree line here, and I'll be ready to go. Bring on November. Alrighty, last setup of the day. It's pretty freaking sweet. It's a new spot, new setup. Me and my dad, we actually set this stand up back in March when it was cool. So all I had to do was come in here, trim up some shooting lanes, and actually gonna have a little micro plot. And what I mean by that, it's gonna be real small. It's gonna be like, I don't know, 20 yards long by 15 yards wide. So check out this. Okay, so there's a trail right through here. There's the stand. If that ain't deadly, I don't know what is. So, gonna come in here and spray Roundup probably as soon as I can. But here'll be the little plot. Just gonna put some clover in here and probably some winter rye or wheat. It grows real easy, and then I'll just put a little bag of fertilizer on it. And whatever it does, it does. But so right there's the stand. And got a semi mock scrape here. Got a mock scrape here. Right there is the dirt. And then right over here is pretty cool. Had a little cedar tree I scuffed up, so hopefully they'll be rubbing. And there's trails coming in and out of here all over. And went through here this winter and there's a bunch of rubs. So here we go. August 1st, that's a wrap.